All right, you guys. So I ended up catching the train in the opposite direction. I guess that's what the Most High wanted me to do because it is late in the day and it's about 2:40 right now. It's about 2:40, 2:38, 2:39, so I'm about roughly 2:40. So I'm getting ready to head my ass on over here. I'm gonna be obedient to what's supposed to happen today. And then I guess I'll end up dropping that stuff off by Friday. you know. The place where you would turn it in is Monday through Friday. They're open Monday through Friday. So I'm like, no, I'll turn it in on Friday to make sure that they have their shit. And then I'm going to move the fuck on, right? So anyway, I was listening to some of the content that I recorded earlier this morning. And I said, that's one of the reasons why people think that you be pretending, because the reality is that I don't have a reason to pretend for shit. I don't have a reason to pretend to be something I'm not. I don't have a reason to lie about anything. I don't have a reason to do any of that counterfeit ass shit, right? And one of the reasons that I don't is because I stand confidently in my truth and my authenticity. So I was listening to my stuff and I was like, my morning voice, when I'm going to sleep, either going to sleep or waking up from my sleep, I notice that it's a thing. Like it's kind of a vibe. It's a different vibe, and it's very different from how I'm speaking now. And I said that's what a lot of people probably been saying when they're like, "Well, your voice changes and this and that." I'm like, "Well, what is the problem, darling? What exactly is the issue? Like, don't a lot of people do that anyway?" So anyway, I feel like this: if people's voices can change while they're singing, then you shouldn't have an issue, and it's acceptable. Then you shouldn't have an issue with someone else's voice, having some form of variation when someone's speaking. It shouldn't be an issue. Like, what is the issue? And I said, what the issue is that when people have positioned themselves to be your enemy, when people have created all this bullshit around you, when people are nitpicking at you and looking for reasons not to like you or to turn people against you for some reason, they're going to find little things like that. And they're going to use those things to try and pick you apart. Just like they use other people as tools to attack you in different ways, to act out in different ways. Those people don't even know why they're against you. They're just following orders. And I think that's one of the reasons why, just to kind of, use that as a segue to move on with the conversation. I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people who are assigned to attack me in some type of way, whether it be verbal or physical or whatever the case is, once they meet me and they get in my energy, they're like, I'm confused. Like, what the fuck? Why are we attacking this lady again? And you know what ends up happening? They end up going back and looking at the person that sent them. And they're like, okay, because I know what I experienced when I met that lady. And she was not giving me, someone who deserves to be attacked. She was actually giving me someone who deserves a place in the world. She just underrated and silenced. And then you have some of the people who, they just don't give a fuck. They just there for the money. They're like, listen, I'm here to get my bag. Don't step on my toes because I got clearance. And I'm like, well, you know what? I have clearance too from the Most High. So be mindful. Because, see, my clearance trumps your clearance.